panel did talk about it. Entity, very similar lineup in terms of like the pacing, which shouldn't be a surprise coming into even game one because they've been doing this the entire group stage. As we're going to see the Astral Spirit come out from Seb. Kataomi does take heavy damage, but will live. So we're going to see First Blood, Amar. Okay. Ends up getting him in the end. And Taiga will be the trade on the other side of the map, so it's a 1-for-1, although Fishman getting chased by Yuragi. Getting that extra movement speed, gets off the Aphotic Shield. It looks like it'll just delay the inevitable, which will be the kill for Yuragi, who actually gets the bounty rune as well. But yeah, this OG lineup, their response to Entity. You have to contest in some capacity.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Kataomi. Get a little tri-lane action here as Yuragi, knowing that a teammate is coming. Disruption, there we see the saving. There's another TP coming in, but you can see Yuragi getting extremely low. Nice Echo Stomp there, but it's not going to prevent the death from Yuragi. Going down to that Soul Assumption. Illusory Orb from BZM, looking to take out somebody. The coil even expended just to take out Fishman, as Toby trying to do some damage to BZM, gets a nice Soul Assumption, and not done. I mean, Viper versus any melee hero is going to be pretty damn miserable for the melee.
Oh, BZM, he's there.
BZM has his coil ready. Illusory Orb not going to connect, but he's going to go into Waning Rift. You can see the TP's coming in. He expends coil, but he has no mana to follow this up with. Amar is going to get lasso before he can get any more right clicks in, and Toby's even come to play with the Soul Assumption. So a nice turnaround on from Entity's side. They're going to find Taiga as well. They did lose Saberlight, so it's going to be a 1-for-2. But from OG's perspective, perhaps they're happy with the fact that they had the TP with basically everybody on Entity's side.
I mean, you know, Kataomi can play such a good item on Puck. I can't think of a better hero to get a Witchblade on, really.
Astral Spirit, just to scout things out. They don't see Kataomi yet, but you can see OG are here in numbers. And there he goes. He's actually going to use the Winter's Curse. He might be able to get the kill onto Taiga. In fact, he does. Nicely done from Kataomi. He's going to force out the coil, though. But here comes the reinforcements from Entity. Rupture onto Stormstorm. He's going to get the lasso onto the Puck. Gets a Aphotic Shield as well. They're doing massive damage. So BZM ends up dropping to Stormstormer, and a nice save onto him as well, as Yuragi will die in addition. So 3-for-0 as Entity clean up this fight really nicely. The Doom applied to Seb. He'll be able to walk away. But still, really nice fight from Entity overall. As Amar getting gone on the top lane. It's going to be a solo kill potentially for Toby with the nice uses of Familiars. Soul Assumption to follow. A couple more right clicks will do it. He has the Viper Strike onto Toby, but there's the save coming out from Fishman. So 4-for-0 across the map in favor of Entity. Dude, these huge swing.
These
early, 14 minutes. But yeah, the story, like you said, is Saberlight and his rough start to the game. Stormstormer is going to get a sticky napalm stack onto Seb. Flame Break into the lasso, but the TPs are coming in the form of the Bloodseeker. But looks like Seb is going to die nonetheless. Saberlight attempting to TP out. And this time, no cancellation, although he's ticking really low on the base. Oh my goodness.
He even bought a Fairy Fire to try to not die. Yeah, and I don't think he could buy a second one either because it would be on G, bro.
Well, looks like we're ready to go, and we'll see what happens. Like you said, the Bloodseeker ready to TP in, but Entity continuing on. Kataomi with his ult available. He's going to use it, and looks like Seb is going to be the collateral. You know, Fishman is going to get an easy kill, although he's completely surrounded, so it might just be a trade. He's going to pop his ult, attempting TP, and Yuragi with no cancellation. That is the counter to Bloodseeker since Days El Memoriam, or whatever the hell that saying is. As Kataomi tries to save himself, but it kind of sets up the Nether Toxin, so OG able to get a couple, or one kill out of this. Obviously, it was set up by the Saberlight pickoff early on, I suppose.
Yeah.
As Entity now going to smoke up. Taiga getting some warding action in the enemy triangle. Saberlight. Stormstormer, they have the Blink Dagger on Kataomi right now, but there's the Blink onto from Stormstormer, and the Bloodseeker is just dead. Big pickoff for Entity. Taiga able to get off the Demonic Purge, but he's getting chased relentlessly from Stormstormer and company, and Seb just
he should be dead
can't do much about it at all. He's carrying a briefcase. It's business day for him, but back to the grave. 3 dead Entity. Now, do they have a Roche lineup? Not as much as last game, that's for sure.
Visage Ab are decent. I don't know if they're gonna. Oh, Saberlight TP top actually.
BZM in a bit of a pickle right now, and he's just gonna get dropped as well. So Entity getting everything out of this, and that should surely be enough to get the old Roche.
I mean, that turned from a carry pickoff to just everybody done.
Thanks to the shard as the BKB's activated from Saberlight and company, but Yuragi is trying to right-click, but a nice Winter's Curse comes out, but it's on top of a lasso as well. Kind of a weird combo here, but Yuragi, he's taking so much damage. A nice save from Taiga for the time being, as Yuragi extremely fast, and he's just going to be able to walk on out of there. 50 seconds on the deck for the Visage as 2 kills clean up from OG's perspective. Saberlight looks to be next. Big turnaround from OG as they find form, and Stormstormer comes back in, and he has that Aegis looking for Amar, but Amar is just fine.
He has no BKB. He blinks down for 4 seconds.
Completely surrounded again. Viper Strike to follow, so Amar will be the sacrifice, but triple kill from BZM, and OG take a fight against an Aegis and only lose 2, as looks like Seb ends up going down to the flame break damage over time.
Yeah, he's a pathetic support, so he does go down.
It happens.
Literally everybody's dead on Entity. Yeah,
but that flame break.
Yep, that's Seb. Yep. Literally not moving. Oh, there he goes.
Very nice.
There's that smile.
Yep, you know what that means.
He's very angry.
4K lead for OG. Oh, but BZM gets spotted. Doom applied, but Taiga attempting to get out as well. He's going to get stopped in his place thanks to Saberlight. So Shadow Demon the first to fall in this engagement. Amar trying to position himself. Looks like the curse comes out onto the Bloodseeker. That's through the BKB. So Yuragi, he's still so fast. Able to walk away again, but again, with that BZM death, that does hurt OG quite a bit, and a stomp to follow. So 3 dead, favor this time going to Andy. So much back and forth this game. As Seb, will he get chased down again? Flamebreak kind of helps him out. He whips himself. Are pretty pathetic in that point.
Yeah.
Smoke from OG, but just securing some farm right now. Maybe getting a couple wards. Are they going to go into the triangle as BZM ready to go. Waning Rift to start things out, and Fishman with the Nether Toxin can't even get off his ult. So insta-death for him as OG look to pursue even further. Saberlight gets destroyed by the Elder Titan ult through the BKB. And that is 2 quick pickoffs for OG. Obviously Roche, we won't have Shadow Demon already having that along with the Aghanim Scepter, so he recharges.
Oh no, he gave it away.
Did he?
What did he give?
Oh, we have the lasso initiation, but an instant rupture on the Stormstormer, killing himself through that BKB, but looks like they're focusing on Amar. He's able to get out thanks to the disruptions, but still doomed, so he might tick out in the end, but the Stormstormer initiation completely punished from OG. They find him pretty much instantly as Yuragi kind of put to a stop thanks to the Winter's Curse, but now we have a coil onto the high ground, Blood right to follow. Toby looking to not break himself out of that coil. He's going to get saved for the time being by Kataomi, but there's so much magic damage to follow it up with. Surely he's going to be dead, but a buyback comes out from Saberlight. And now, see the Echo Stomp from Seb onto 2 heroes as Toby stuck inside the Blood right. He's silenced from the Waning Rift, but has that Soul Assumption to follow, and the rest of OG now on the run because that's 2 buybacks coming out from Entity. And Seb will be punished, but again, that's just 2 supports dead as Entity kind of getting destroyed in their own base.
Yeah, rest of OG TP'd out. They were just diving there to kind of force the buyback.
Shards, so they're going to be able to push these towers way faster now that Poison Attack does work against them, along with the minus armor aspect.
Yep.
And Yuragi, oh, he's going to get lassoed to start things out. He's kind of separated a bit here. Saberlight comes in as well, looking to get the Doom off, but not needed. Yeah, BZM, he has to be careful because there is still, oh, actually getting some backup from his team. Looks like they're going to focus on Fishman instead. He does get off the ult this time despite the break. No silence to follow as Toby going to get Viper struck as Amar focusing on the familiars for now, but it's a 1-for-1 in favor of Entity as the rest of OG now need to retreat. Oh, the BZM, he's going to get the phase shift off. Blink up in just a moment, but will he be able to get out? Finds a little bit of distance as Stormstormer. Nice. Flame Break not going to connect as the rest of OG collapsing a bit, but they do get BZM in the end. That is an enormous kill for Entity. And Amar kind of forced to just stand his ground again, but the Soul Assumption, nice dodge with the Manta style. That's exactly why he picked it up. As the Cold Embrace going to save Toby, as the Familiars keeping Amar in place at the moment with the buyback from BZM. And they do get the Visage, but the buyback feels like maybe not so worth it now. Unless they can get some Amar as the Lincoln's applied to him. As Saberlight, he's going to get Waning Rift to start. As a Rupture put on Saberlight, he's kind of stuck all by himself in this area. As Stormstormer gets the first lasso off onto Yuragi, but no damage follow-up whatsoever. Seb taking a solo assumption on the sidelines. Amar pops the BKB, but Saberlight's just dead. That was the original initiation from the puck, and he's dead for 2 full minutes, no buyback. Amar is going to be the trade. Does have buyback for him, but the fact that they've taken out the support Wyvern already as Toby turns into Stone. Gonna put this initiation to a stop. As Seb all right, that's a really late game high five. I like that. Toby. Oh, the bash actually connects from Yuragi as a basher now. And so Toby trying to walk back to base. Probably not going to happen. Stormstormer getting chased in the meantime by BZM. Has that BKB activated and looks like he's going to be fine, but Toby not so much. So it ends up being a 3-for-2, really back and forth. And the fact that Saberlight just couldn't play that fight at all really hurts.
It was also weird.
Yep, Amar gets spotted out here, trying to de-ward this very valuable ward spot here. BZM jumps in. The Waning Rift into phase shift. He'll blink onto the cliff as Amar's attack speed is absurd right now. Is this actually been enough to take out Toby? I thought he was perfectly fine, but BZM with the finishing move. They pop his Lincolns, looking for the Doom, but the Viper Strike applied to Saberlight. He can't get off any attacks at all, and he will die shortly after here, but a curse comes out to try to counteract it. Double buyback from Entity, including the Doom with his ultimate still available. But now they have to pop that Lincolns again on the side of BZM. Gets off the Illusory Orb, onto the other side of the trees, and they get the stun on Saberlight. That is a dieback onto the Doom as OG winning this fight handily. Another buyback onto the Abaddon as Entity have yet to find a kill in this engagement. Looks like BZM's going to be able to get around with 60 seconds for 2 heroes on Entity, no buyback. And they could easily get a lane of Rax, maybe 2, and then go Roche afterwards. As Seb, is that an Aghanim Scepter for him? Or is that,
yes,
yeah?
It is.
Okay.
That is Ags. So
Very
he's a core now.
All right, as applying some pressure to the tier 3 towers. OG looking to potentially finish this game, and obviously with that shard on Amar, it allows them to just melt through these buildings. And Stormstormer, they're going to have to try to defend it. These tier 4s are basically dead now as Amar pops the BKB, focusing on the Ancient as well. And Stormstormer just bashed to a high degree. He's just dead. He does have buyback, but the GGs come out as OG even the series 1-1.
They did it. Yeah, I mean, the way that they fought was extremely high level this game. It was very split in a way where I think, like, if you're not